Welcome to the video. Week 3 of training. Oh, speaking of training, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. And the training block today was a 2-hour ride at race pace, really hard ride, almost 40 miles. And then a run up the bike. And then we're going to do a swim. I'm going to do a quick 1-hour swim, knock that out. Just check the boxes as you go. So this video is very important. I want to kind of go through really quick of race equipment and the race cost and just break that down. I'm gonna do my swim real quick and then break down what that looks like. It's a real quick video of everything from A to Z, what you need, starting with the swim, moving on over to the bike, and then the run, and then the distances of those and what it takes. So let's head to the YMCA and get this knocked out. All right, we made it to the YMCA. We're going to knock this swim out real quick. I got to swim for a solid hour. I had to increase my swim from the usual training session when I'm not in a training block, because with this 12-week training block, you need a couple hours a week in swimming, a few hours a week biking, and a lot of running. Because I feel like the running is going to be the hardest, but the biking and the swimming is definitely the first two easier of the three. Let's knock out this swim, get checked in. All right, so we're 15 minutes in, about a 2-minute pace. Very good pace for a race. Remember, you're not trying to do it too fast. So you definitely want to keep that consistent pace of about 2 minutes per 100. Then that way you don't go out too fast. So that's the important part. I'm gonna say I'm a little gas, not much, but I'm really pushing myself. I've got a couple of good, like, what I'm trying to say here, like results. Like I had my fastest, 100 meters the other day. I had my fastest 1500 meter swim. So I'm definitely getting gains, and that one full day of rest really paid off. So remember, when you're training like this and you're racing, it is very good to rest. I did a 1 mile that day on Memorial Day, which is my goal for the year, to do no less than a mile every day. So let's get back at the swim. All right, completed the swim. Now we're gonna get out of here and get some rest. It's been a long training day. Gonna get the heart rate downloaded and get out of here. All right, so this part of the video, I'm gonna walk you through what it takes to sign up, the cost, the money for the equipment that you're gonna need, and I'm gonna start at the top and work my way down to the bottom. First things first, when you're doing a triathlon, you have to find an A race, sign up for that A race. That is important. That's your first strategy. I don't care if you've ever touched a pool before, sign up for a race. It'll push you, I promise. If you don't sign up for a race, you'll start training. You'll be like, oh, I'll sign up for this race. And then it'll fill up, you'll miss it, and you go, I'll sign up for the next race, and you'll just never find a race. You'll never sign up. Second thing, travel. Book the Airbnb, book the flight, do a rental car if it's close enough to drive, or drive your personal car if it's, I'd say, any more than 6 hours, maybe rent a car. Anything under 6 hours, then just drive your personal car, as long as it'll make it. Okay, so the triathlon space Ironman swim is 2.4, 2 loops of 1.2 most swims, and they will put that down in the description of what the swim is. Second part, the bike is typically 1 loop of 112 miles, 112.3 or something like that, or 2 loops of 56, like a half Ironman. Last but not least, the run is usually, most of the time, it's going to be 2 loops, 95% of the time. So you're looking at a total of 26.2, 2 loops of 13.1. Now, let's start at the top with the fees. The race, any race you do, if you get tier 1 of Ironman, the first part will be about $750 to $850, depending on the race you do and where it's at. And then they're gonna have you sign up for your triathlon card through USAA. You have to have that. That's another fee. And then they're gonna ask if you wanna get the insurance, which is good. I don't typically get it. Insurance is gonna be anywhere from $100 to $200. That's going to protect your race entry. You can either get a full refund minus the $200 you spent on the insurance, or you can switch it to another race. It did happen to me. At that point in time, it was my first Ironman, so I did elect to get the insurance. The dozen or so Ironmans I've done after that, I did not get the insurance because I'm like, okay, 800 bucks, you know, most likely I'll show up and do it unless it's just something catastrophic. All right, so then I would say, moving on from the race entry fees, let's start with the swim. The swim is gonna be pretty costly. Now, the only most expensive thing about the swim you're gonna endure is gonna be the wetsuit. Wetsuit's gonna start anywhere from $100 to $1,000. Yes, $1,000. Roka is the one that I had. I think it was 500 bucks. I think I got the Maverick 2, if I'm not mistaken. And I've had it for like 7 years, I think I've been swimming. 7, 8 years, something like that. And you're definitely gonna want it because some of those races are gonna be wetsuit legal. And sometimes you don't have to wear a wetsuit, but at some point in time, there'll be a safety issue that goes along with that. So they're gonna recommend that you do wear a wetsuit. And then depending on the wetsuit temperature, you'll still be eligible for age group awards, one of those being a Kona slot. Now, if it's wetsuit optional, you'll do the wetsuit, but you won't be able to get a age group award and or a Kona slot. So just be careful of that. Make sure you get with the director that's of that race. So let's just say $500 low end. Now you're gonna need goggles. Goggles, just say goggles, swim caps, 100 bucks. So $600 to get you going. Now me, I just swim in running shorts. A lot of people will do like swim skin, they'll do shorts, they'll do all kinds of like crazy stuff. But you don't have to do that. Just get you some running shorts, swim in them, move on. Paddles, optional. Swim buoy, optional. I would say accessories, 100 bucks. Goggles, swim cap, 100 bucks. Wetsuit, 500. Moving directly on to the bike. Now I'm getting excited. My first bike, hand-me-down, somebody give it to me. It was a Giant, brand new, probably retailed for $2,000. I think today's market, it being about 10 years old, is probably $200 to $500, and that's a road bike. Put some triathlon bars on there and just converted it into a road bike, or I'm sorry, into a triathlon bike. I do not recommend that. I recommend you go out and buy a triathlon bike, whether it's Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, pawn shop, somebody you know that's getting out of Ironmans or a triathlon, whatever they choose. Definitely important. So my bike was 4, and then the wheels were 4, so about 8K investment. So you got 8K right there. Okay, we'll start at the top, work our way down. We got the bike now, 8K, we're moving on. Bike computer, $100 to $1,000. Bike shoes, $100 to $1,000. Bike helmet, $100 to probably 5K. The sky's the limit on the actual helmet. Well, so you got your helmet, your shoes, your bike, gloves are an option. Gloves are 10, 15 bucks, they're cheap. Now you got your jerseys. Jerseys are anywhere from, I don't know, $200, $100 for the bike shorts with the chamois in them, then $100 for the jersey. Most of the time they have pockets in it so you can carry along nutrition, you know, snacks, whatever you see fit. So we got 8, let's just say 9, let's say $10,000 for bike and bike gear if you want to do it right. Now I financed my bike, so don't think I just went out and spent 8K on a bike. I financed it. Most bike shops have Care Credit. You can use Care Credit. It's $200 a month, no interest for a couple years. It's not a bad deal. Last but not least, the run, my favorite and the cheapest. So any of my videos I've done, I've always recommended to start out running and then move to the bike and then move to the swim. Now, most things with the run part are very inexpensive. Run shorts at Dick's Sporting Goods is about 60 bucks. Running shoes at Feet Fleet are about $200. So, and then socks, you get a few pairs of those, figure, I don't know, 40 bucks. So now you're $300 in run equipment. So we'll run through the swim part. You're looking at 1,000 bucks. Bike, you're looking at $10,000. And then run gear is the cheapest. You're looking at about 300. So that's $11,300 that you're gonna have invested. Now, I know, like me, it took me about 7-8 years to get everything like lined up and ready to go. I didn't just go out one day and just buy all this stuff. You accumulate stuff from over time, but the good thing is it lasts and it'll be with you forever. Now, like my wetsuit, I may have to replace that because it's starting to tear a little bit, but you can still use the wetsuit when it tears. It still does the job. So that's it for this part of the vlog. The training prep is going great. I'm in my 12-week training block, just knocking it out of the park. Had a full day. Started out with a long bike ride, a lot of race pace work. Then did a run off the bike, ROTB, which is basically a brick workout. Had a great run, and now I'm at the end of the day and I'm knocking out the swim. Check that box, got it done and over with. A lot of race pace work in there also. So until next video, which will be coming really soon. Got a new grandbaby, so it definitely piles up on you. So hopefully all this pricing does not scare you. Like I said, start out running, it's the cheapest, then go to the bike, and then go to the swim, and then start your career as a age grouper in the triathlon space, and you'll be glad you did. Thanks for watching the videos. See you real soon in the next video.